But yeah, hey, all right. Thanks for joining me again. Welcome back to my Skyrim speedrun, and we just finished killing the first dragon. We've come back to Whiterun. We can't fast travel to Dragon's Reach until um, the Greybeards called us, or call us rather, and they just did. So now we get Dragon's Reach as a fast travel point, and we can fast travel there. And then we go to talk to the Jarl.
You're finally here. So what happened at the watchtower?
Okay, so I'm just gonna title skip here like crazy.
Dragon.
Basically, there's two sections.
It's true.
Keep title skipping, and I just keep doing it until like I arm myself there. I armed myself, and then I know to access the Jarl again, and then rapidly clicking on the subtitles there to
May the gods watch over your battles.
may the gods watch over your battles. So that's it. Finished with the Jarl, and I just want to disenchant the axe of Whiterun that they gave me. It turns out that I already had this enchantment, so and I need a two-handed weapon. So this is great. This is perfect. So I'm going to use this as my two-handed weapon. What's going to happen in the Thalmor embassy is I may run out of magicka when dealing with the Thalmor soldiers. And I will have already recently used Highborn, so I won't be able to use it again. So this is going to be very handy in that section of the game. I'll show you that later on. So, fast travel to Helgen, and we're going to make our way up to the Greybeards to High Hrothgar. This is the fastest way to get there. Fast travel to Helgen, and then if you got a horse, you can clamber over a certain section of the mountain to get up to that path that goes up to High Hrothgar. Like, take just a big shortcut to get there. So basically just traveling east over the mountains. I love doing this section during the daylight. Go through these trees here. And right here is where I'll have to jump the horse a bit. Right about here, start jumping the horse like crazy, and you can get him to clamber over these rocks here. Something that would be impossible on foot. And that's it. Now, my destruction skill is at level 24. I want to get to level 25 so I'll be eligible for Apprentice Destruction. I don't have a perk point yet, but I like to get it ready. And there's a troll here who can really take a beating, so he'll be perfect to level up Destruction. So I'm just going to put on Flames. It's the best Destruction spell to level up Destruction, and go at him hard. This is going to be very useful when I get into Ustengrav. Then I can one-shot a lot of the Draugrs and Skeletons there, and it's really going to speed things up if I can get Apprentice Destruction and also be eligible for it. So there we go, Destruction up to 25, and I just need a perk point. I'm just a little short of leveling up. That's okay, it'll come later. A little bit of delayed reaction from the horse there, taking a beating. Coming up next, when we get up to High Hrothgar, I'm kind of concerned about the game glitching out on me. This happened to me in a couple of practice runs where you're tasked with hitting the targets with unrelenting force, and the targets don't spawn correctly. So you end up wasting your shout on thin air. And I strongly suspect this has to do with just simply going through the game too fast, because I've never ever seen this glitch before. I only see it while recording a speedrun. Never seen it in a practice run. I've never seen it in my legendary walkthrough. I've never seen it in any other. I've never seen it before. So now I just want to check to see if I have any nightshade, and I don't. I didn't expect to. And also to see if I have any more tapanella. There's some nightshade right here. This is perfect, so I can make some fortified destruction potions right there, so I don't have to go running around Solitude to get that. I'm just checking for some salt pal here for some reason. Maybe that's just the Ludaholic in me. So into High Hrothgar we go, and hook up with Iron Gear.
So, we will
Title skip him. He asks us to shout at him. Dragon shout him. Interact. Title skip like crazy.
Here we commune with the voice of the you have shown.
You gotta select the right dialogue to move things along too. Otherwise you go through a lot of useless story. So just bump skipping him there.
First steps towards projecting your voice into a theme. Shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak. All shouts are made up of
When you bump skip him, right? These guys, you gotta wait till they reset. See, you just reset. Otherwise it won't work. And it's gonna reset. I'm gonna bump skip him again. Otherwise, if you try to bump skip him again, he'll just stand rock solid and nothing will happen. It won't interrupt his dialogue or anything. Okay, so we got the second word of power for Unrelenting Force. Just trying to gobble that up.
You learn a new word like a master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power.
Bump skip him again.
Learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb.
Wait till he resets. Now we can bump skip him again.
As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of rope.
Get some word of power juice from Einarth. And now comes the test. I'm hoping that these targets spawn correctly. That's why the quick save. Just as a safety net. Okay, spawn correctly, that's good.
Well done. Again.
I really hope in the next Skyrim they take a page from Deus Ex Human Revolution and give you the option to skip cutscenes and whatnot.
Once more.
Okay, so hit all 3 targets, that's great, they all spawn correctly. Bump skip them again, and then the next lesson is out in the courtyard. As soon as we get out there, I'm going to wait, get everybody gathered around. And this is wild. I have never ever seen this before. This is history in the making here, people. Basically, I ripped off the Hunting Groom meadery for all that meat, and as you may or may not know, when you steal stuff in Skyrim, eventually they send hired thugs after you. And the hired thugs spawned in High Hrothgar, of all places. So they were toast. They were completely toast, because these Greybeards are completely badass wizards. They did not stand a chance. So, like, yeah, that was wild. I've never ever seen that before. So there you go, little tree for you guys, right in the middle of a speed run. Some hilarious stuff. Okay, so just bump skipping Iron Gear then to get, like, you know, my whirlwind sprint juice from Einarth, I believe.
Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout.
Or this guy here, Wolfgar.
Master Wolfgar will demonstrate whirlwind sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori. X. Wolf. Now, your turn.
I'm gonna bump skip him to get things to advance along here.
Master Bori will open the gate.
It's probably one of my favorite
Use
parts
your
of the speed run
whirlwind
here.
sprint to pass through before it closes.
One sprint, wait one, turn around, whirlwind sprint back.
Your quick mastery of a new... No. You are now
Yeah, and of course,
going through
fair
to the
warning,
way of the-
you're going to see a ton of whirlwind sprinting henceforth, because of course, it's made for speedruns. The whirlwind sprint shout is made for speedruns. Okay, so now it's off to Ustengrav. So, hey, why walk over to the carriage?
Where do you want to go?
Off to Morthal we go.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, steady.
And let's ride out to Ustengrav.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
Go by the crow's flight, just straight there. Across the water. This water is pretty shallow, so you can just gallop through it. Wait one recharge. Now I don't want to get the horse too close to Ustengrav, because I've had these bandits here actually kill my horse while I was in Ustengrav. Alright? I went in Ustengrav, I ran through the whole complex, and when I came back out again, all the bandits had managed to stagger lock the horse, so he couldn't run away. As you may or may not know, horses will run away when their health is low, but he couldn't run away because the bandits were stagger locking. So I came out, and he was in dire straits, and he died right before my eyes. Completely ruined the speedrun. So now I've learned to park my horse far away so that the bandits don't do anything. Now I want to level up destruction, or rather level up my character, get another perk point. A couple of these Draugr should do it. There we go, level up destruction. That should level up my character. Oh no, wait, one more time. And there's still one more enemy here. So gobble down some meat. And pardon the traffic. Got the windows wide open here in Montreal, Quebec. It's a hot summer night. And here's a nice candidate to level up destruction. Drop down here. Let's let this guy have it. Wait when recharge. Now one of these guys down here, one of these skeletons down here should finally level up my destruction again, and then level up my character. Now I'm not going across the bridge right away. I want to get the Fade, Word of Power, Become Ethereal, it's called. Pardon the truck, but the truck's about to pass by outside, sorry about this. Here we go, Fade, Become Ethereal. This is going to be very useful 2 times later on in the speedrun. There we go, that'll do it. Leveled up. Into the skills menu right away. Pump some more points into Magica. Quiet out there, we're doing a walkthrough here. And finally, we have Apprentice Destructions, so it makes sense to use Lightning Bolt now, and everybody gets instantly zapped. A lot easier, and this is going to be like immensely useful when we get into the Thalmor Embassy. Just want to zap that guy so we can do a Weight Worm recharge here. Wait when to recharge again so I can whirlwind sprint across the fire trap where the spiders are up ahead. Right here. And that's it. Ustengrav done. Just grabbing this loot for some enchanted items and disenchant them to level up. It would be nice if I could get one more perk point so that if and when destruction levels up to 30, I can get the augmented shock perk rank 1. Which is going to be like, that'll give an extra 25% damage to shock spells. So continuing to make some considerations about leveling up. Here's where I came out during a practice run one time and I parked my horse right near the barrow. And the bandits that surrounded it, and they were stagger locking it so he couldn't run away. Died right before my very eyes. That was like a 1 segment speed run I was doing at that time. So that was like an hour's time down the drain. And that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next video when we blast through the Thalmor Embassy and then kill our second dragon. Alright, Slack is out.